welcome to the book review of Castle in the Stars, the space race of 1869. The clue is in its name, 1869, so it's not, obviously, it's 100 years ago, before 1969, and this is book one. Now, the book's 62 pages. The book came out in 2017, and it's originally in French, which came out in 2014, and it's by Alex Alice, up there. And what's the story about? Well, in search of a mysterious element known as the ether, Claire Dulac flew her hot air balloon towards the edge of the stratosphere and never returns. There's a logbook, obviously, that is returned to Earth, and you've got that storyline goes from there. A letter mysteriously arrives to Seraphin and his father, and they go off to Bavaria. So there's a lot of politics involved. There's Prussians, Bavarians, etc. Danger lurks in the castle, and much, much more. So flying the skies in ship. This is the king, the young king that dreams of that. So that's the story. And yeah, well, there's also, so far, 4 books. There's a 5th coming out. I have no idea if there are many more. I'm really looking forward to the 5th book when that comes out. I've been reading this out of order, so completely wrong way of doing it. I read book 4 first, then book 1 just recently, so not the way of doing it. However, the artwork, the story is superb all the way through, and there's some of the artwork there. The Secret of the Ether. And of course, he's upset, obviously, the husband is upset that his wife is going off, doing all these things, but she's going to do it. And she goes up, and of course, things happen. And the castle and star crash. And so that's the basics of the story. Clearly, there is this thing. Everyone obviously says, no, that sort of thing cannot possibly exist. But she has, however, there's kids at school, and obviously all he's thinking about, obviously, his mum, and all the various things about life on Venus, etc. Actually, I'm surprised they didn't do a Venus story. That would have been brilliant. I don't know if they have done a Venus story. They've done Moon and the Mars, but I haven't done one. It'd be nice if they went like to Mercury or something. That'd be a bit hot. Probably that might be a bit of a problematic story. Or Jupiter would be a bit of an issue. However, you've got lots of intrigue. You've got various dubious characters that are chasing them, and because they want, obviously, the information, they want to get hold of. You've got this lovely, it's just beautiful artwork, and I can't show that scene. But here, there's basic story. You can see there, Prussia, Bavaria, etc. And you've got them on a train. I mean, it's just beautifully drawn all the way through. Obviously, watercolour. Just watercolours are just glorious. They jump off the page. Every one of these panels, I think, are just first rate. And there's quite a lot of panels per page. So you're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Some pages are like 16. You've got obviously lots and lots of hot air balloons and those sort of, and you've got quite a lot of other supporting characters as well that are very good, fun characters, very interesting characters, as well as the evil, dubious characters. I mean, look at that, beautiful with the castle. I think this artwork is just for the story, just goes along the pace. I love this character. There's just so many great characters in it. And again, I'm not going to spoil it. Romance, intrigue, adventure, action, everything. Young king who's obviously obsessed. He's got some great ideas about how his ship should be sort of worked out. Slightly different from what the more practical father figure thinks. Because obviously, and there's all other characters as well that sort of go along. So, oh yes, we must have this or must have that. And you think, yeah, that's such a great idea. Of course, I would put a massive comic book library in my ship, because of course that's what you need when you're going to Mars or whatever. You need a massive 4,000 volume library in there just to weigh things down. Also, there's some lovely other appearances as well of characters, again, which I do not want to spoil the book, because it's just a gem all the way through. You're looking for a absolutely beautifully drawn, lovely, without superheroes, there's no superheroes, anything like that. This story is just, wish more books could be like this, because I think this is pleasure from start to finish. And like I say, all the other books are equally as brilliant. I love this one. No, I would never say there's no, it's not really a sort of pale sort of colour theme. That's the best way of describing it. It's not like a strong blue, it's not strong red or strong, what's your name. In this one, there's a sort of like more muted is the best way of describing it. But I just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful book. Totally love this. So again, totally recommended. Not more. What else can I say?